Welcome to the world of medieval knights, a time when honor, duty, and courage were everything. But what was it really like to be a knight in those days? Let's explore a day in the life of a medieval knight, from dawn until the sun sets. A knight's day begins early, just as the sun starts to rise. Every morning, a knight heads to the training ground. Training is tough. It's not just about swinging a sword, but about building strength, speed, and skill. Knights practice with wooden dummies, sparring with each other, and riding horses while aiming a lance at targets. It's a routine that builds both body and mind. For hours, the knight repeats the same moves again and again. He needs to be ready for anything on the battlefield, and that means perfecting every strike, every block, and every movement. The training ground is a place of hard work, where the sound of metal clashing fills the air. After training, it's time to prepare the armor. A knight's armor is made of steel plates that cover the body, protecting against arrows and swords. It's heavy, over 60 pounds, so putting it on is not easy. Squires, young boys who want to become knights, help with the armor piece by piece, making sure it fits just right. The knight checks his sword, a weapon he must trust with his life. He sharpens it and tests its weight. Every piece of armor, every weapon must be perfect, ready for battle. Armor is like a second skin, strong, but it takes practice to move with it on. Being a knight is not just about fighting. There is a code they must live by, called chivalry. It means being loyal to their lord, brave in battle, and fair to others. Knights must protect the weak and fight for justice. It's a code of honor that guides every action, every decision. But this code also means making hard choices, standing up for what is right, even when it is not easy. A knight's honor is as important as his sword. Knights are also nobles, which means they must serve at court. This is where they attend feasts, discuss politics, and form alliances. A knight's duty here is just as important as on the battlefield. Decisions made in court can change the fate of lands and families. But court life is not all fun. There are rivalries, secret deals, and power struggles. A knight must be wise and careful, knowing who to trust and who to challenge. When news of a battle comes, everything changes. The knight prepares for war. He checks his armor one last time, sharpens his sword, and gets his horse ready. He prays in the chapel, asking for strength and protection. The air is filled with tension and fear as knights prepare to ride into battle. Battle is a test of courage, skill, and endurance. Every knight knows he may not return, but he rides out anyway for honor and duty. The battlefield is chaos. Arrows fly through the air, swords clash, and men shout and scream. The knight charges on horseback, his shield raised, his sword ready. It's a fight for survival, a fight for glory. Every move must be quick and sure, every strike precise. There is no room for mistakes. The battle is fierce, and there is no time to think, only to act. The knight fights with all his strength, knowing that honor and life depend on it. After the battle, the knight returns, weary and wounded. He removes his helmet, his face marked by the struggle. He thinks of those who did not return, those who fell on the battlefield. He knows he will have to fight again another day, but for now, he is grateful to be alive. Every battle is a lesson, a story to tell, and a memory that shapes the knight's future. Could you live the life of a medieval knight? Every day is a test of courage and strength, of honor and duty. It is a life filled with challenges, but also with glory and pride. This is the world of the knight, a world where every sunrise brings a new adventure. Join us for more journeys into the past. Don't forget to subscribe and discover more stories from history.